Hi everyone, I'm Teresa and today I'm going to show you a book that I just got from a friend. As you've seen by the title, it has a very specific theme. So I wanted to talk a bit with you about this book. I got this book from a dear friend from Ireland. And guess what? This book actually happened because of him. His name is Michael, and Michael sent me this book along with a lovely handwritten letter that I actually have right here, but it's that one is just for me, and also some chocolates that didn't survive to be filmed. I find it actually funny because even if we are from different countries, from different ages, from different cultures, we have a lot in common. We are very alike. Even our life experiences have some similarities, and it's weird, but it's in a good way, you know. We met on Instagram because of the loss of my dog, and I have to say, talking with him makes me happy, even if briefly. He always has a positive word to say. He is very kind, very genuine with me, so I'm always happy to speak with him. So now about the book. I'm still in the very beginning, reading it, but I hope I can explain it to you more or less correctly. Michael contacted one of the founders of Cycle Against Suicide, Jim Breen, in 2014 because he wanted to create a book where the essence of Cycle Against Suicide could be shown. So Michael's will to do this book came from his own experience when he participated on Cycle Against Suicide of 2014. He witnessed the work of the organization in person, so it had a major impact on him. This experience was really of such importance that he felt the legacy of Cycle Against Suicide should be put into a book to be shared in a different kind of way. Being the kind person that Michael is, he offered to produce the book free of charge, and with the help of some companies to cover the printing costs. The book dream was on its way to reach various places of the globe. I mean, it just reached Portugal. I don't know if anyone in Portugal has this book, but now I have it. So from what I have seen so far in the book, Michael and his creative team gathered up a lot of material, testimonials, photographs from, I believe it's a 15-month period of Cycle Against Suicide, and it's all gathered up on this book. And the journey that is documented on this book was collected from a blog where the founder Jim Breen and Yvonne Joy would put the journey into words. From what I've read so far, at the end of the cycling day, Jim would call Yvonne and he would tell her the events of the day, what happened, what he felt, so she could organize his thoughts into writing for the blog. So what's Cycle Against Suicide, you might be asking? I think the name is pretty self-explanatory by itself, but however, I'll share a bit of what I've researched about the group. Cycle Against Suicide is an Irish national awareness charity, and as a charity, they of course live off donations, financial support. If you are interested in reading more about them or donating towards their cause, I will leave you the link on the description. I will also leave the link to their shop because you can buy this book on their shop and it will help them as well. So I will leave the link for their online store. Their main goal basically is to create awareness, break the stigmas around mental illnesses, okay? They do an annual event, and that annual event has had over 15,000 cyclists participating. That's a lot. And cycling on the roads, shoulder to shoulder, like they say, since 2013. They have worked with various communities, organizations, even schools, in hopes to spread awareness, to open dialogue about mental illnesses, about mental health, reaching out to others. That it's the most important thing, it's reaching out. Their motto is, it's okay not to feel okay. It's absolutely okay to ask for help. I find the message to be of major importance because we often tend to underestimate our own feelings. Most of the times, we lack the time and the ability to search within ourselves what is wrong with us, why we feel a certain way, to understand what we are feeling actually. So we often grow up locked inside our own body, our own mind, afraid to exteriorize anything because we are afraid to be judged by others most of the time. Naturally, we form a snowball of emotions, good and bad. That's not healthy, but like many other things in life, we have the tendency to give more importance to the bad stuff than the good stuff because we easily forget the good stuff. We always make the bad stuff way, way bigger than it actually is. We live in a very fast and disposable society. We grew up as machines. We have steps to conquer along the way. We, as a society, have pre-established a pattern that everyone feels the need to follow in order to belong, to feel accepted, to feel normal, if that makes sense. While this may be okay for some, and that's okay, it's not okay for everybody. Not everybody works the same. A mental illness can be a slow process of tearing you down day by day. Depression, anxiety, sleeping or eating disorders, mental illnesses can present themselves in many different ways and show symptoms we try to justify with our daily challenges. And it's a really easy thing for us to do. In the past years, I have been having small periods where I'm hyper energetic and I feel like, I can conquer the world, I can do anything, and I'll excel at everything. But that's mixed with long periods where I even lack the energy to get out of bed. I get extremely anxious of going outside by myself, making important decisions by myself. I tend to second guess a lot my own knowledge, my own abilities, and that's awful. That's an awful thing to feel. In my head, everyone around is constantly sneering at me, which I know it's a stupid thing to think, but it's how my brain makes me see things, how I perceive things, most of the time. Nonetheless, every time I would go out, I would dress up, put a smile on my face, and that's what I allowed others to see. A happy and well put together woman. However, this made me realize that if I don't show a tiny, tiny bit of what I am, of what I feel, then other people are probably doing the same. And that got me even thinking. Maybe the man who shoved me on the bus, well, maybe he's having the crappiest of days. He just wants to get back to his family, get back home. Maybe that kid over there throwing a tantrum, he isn't behaving badly, he isn't a bad kid. He craves attention from mom and dad that are constantly working, don't have time for him because they want to provide him with a good life. Maybe that girl in the group is afraid to talk because she's been judged by others for speaking her mind before, so now she's afraid to speak up. Always remember, just because the person next to you isn't crying their eyes out, it doesn't mean they don't need kindness from you or people around them. You should try to live your life in the most kind, the most compassionate way possible. You should try to understand that there is always a reason for one's action, bad or good. There's a reason behind it. You never know when a kind word can save someone or even just bring a little sunshine on a heavy clouded day for that person. Remember, try to reach out, to be nice, to be kind. It's not a hard thing to do when you get used to do it, and it doesn't cost a cent to be kind. I don't want to delve into this subject because it's a heavy one for a simple video. I just wanted to share the book with you. but I could talk about this for hours actually. However, I may do a future video solely concerning this subject if you guys want me to. I find it interesting, of course. I don't know, maybe leave a bit of a feedback would be appreciated. It's all for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you do research Cycle Against Suicide. I recommend you to go and check the book out. If you don't want to buy it for yourself, you could buy it for a friend, for a family member that you know can benefit from it, because it's from I still have a lot of it to read, but it's very interesting how the things are put together here. It has a beautiful pictures, a beautifully written text. It has an amazing message. Above all, it's an amazing message. So remember, it's okay not to feel okay, and it's absolutely okay to ask for help. Remember to reach out to others. Remember to be kind, to be a good person overall, and go check it out. Hope to see you on the next video. Bye!